Welcome back to That Agent AF, guys. I am so freaking excited to show you this one. This has been my baby. I can't even get the words out. This has been my baby for such a long time. It's been about a year actually that HouseHuntr has been in the works. It has been. I'm looking at the date today. It is June 25th. This has officially been pretty much a year in the mix, and what HouseHuntr does and how it's going to change how you're out there showing up in real estate and differentiating yourself from the other agents that are just passing out the MLS sheets and saying, here you go, take your notes, blah, blah, blah. And those things are cool. Those things are cute. Those things are great. But HouseHuntr is going to be how you guys take it a step further. Now, this is going to be an interesting recording for me because I'm going to record us setting up the tour here, but then I'm also going to flip it over to my phone and record over there to show you guys what your clients will actually see on the client-facing side with HouseHuntr. So, without further ado, I'm going to go grab us some properties. I'm going to click New Tour and start a new tour for us. Okay, so the reason why I paused in between was because this is tied into your database. And so this would have pulled up all the other clients' names when I clicked in here. It would have pulled up their names and email addresses that we're working with, and I didn't want to expose their information. That's not fair, right? So I put that in there. I grabbed myself, obviously, and then I put the tour date for 6/26, and then, as you can see, a tour confirmation will be emailed, automatically sent to the email address once I create the tour. Now we're going to add properties. Boom, bop, bam. Now, here's a couple ways you can do this, and I wanted to make this as intuitive as possible to how different agents do different things. Me personally, I'm a voice gal, okay? So I'm going to be the one grabbing this microphone and being like, we're going to 123 Main Street, 547 Banana, 231 Main, whatever, right? But if you got a list of the properties that you're going to go see, the addresses, you can paste the list. You could drop Zillow links, whatever works for you, right? Or if you just want to type in the addresses, you can also do that here as well. All right, so here's the properties. I'm going to click add 3 properties. So it is looking, it is searching, and once it gets all the information from these properties, it is going to populate here and give us our list. And then we're going to create it. All right, so bam. I was actually going to pause in between that because I thought, but it was right there, so there was no point. So pretty fast, right? So now I'm going to move our Zoom thing down so you guys can see. There we go. And click showing times. Now, if I want to come in here, I can optionally put in the times that that we're going to be seeing these. So if I know that we're starting at this one at 12, and then we're going to hit this next one at 12:30, and this other one's not too close or not too far from it, so we're going to do 12:45, whatever. I'm going to now click create tour. So here they are. Now I can add my notes to about the properties if I want to like remember something about it, whatever. But now I can take my link, click share. The link's already been sent out to the client. So I'm going to check my email here and verify because that obviously got sent to me. Boom, there we go. So I've got my link on the other side on my phone. So I'm going to switch over to my phone and show you guys the magic over there. And what's awesome is that, guys, I wanted to make sure that this comes from an email address that everybody can use and it doesn't mess us all up, right? There's no branding of anyone or anything like that. It's entirely brand agnostic. So it's going to come from realestatetransactions.email as their closing concierge. So you'll be able to introduce, hey, my closing concierge team, they take care of everything for me, right? So from start to finish, the clients are going to be familiar with this email. So once we actually have them under contract, in the transaction manager, they'll be so familiar with getting emails from this already. So we've got the link. I'm over here looking at it. It's got my today's stops. I'm going to show you guys this on the phone when I go into the Zoom version on the phone. And then I'm also going to jump back here and show you the magic of the computer side. Okay. Also, Give me a second. I'm going to go do that and then come right back. Well, I guess the way you're going to see it, you're going to just get the phone version in a hot second. So it's going to all come together for you. But for me on the other side, it's going to take a bit. Okay, so I've got the email that was sent out. Here's the tours for the stops and blah, 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 blah. And then, it's got your listing agent information and blah, blah, blah. Or not your listing agent, but your agent information down there for your client. Beautiful. So now what they do from here is they click open my HouseHuntr list and it takes them here. Now, everything that we put in there is here, right? So they're going to swipe left on the property. They're going to pass. They're going to love it. Either one, but they can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and say, I love this one. I'm going to give this 5 stars. Phenomenal yard. This one is perfect for us. Love the kitchen. Great. And I'm going to hit submit. So there goes that one. Okay, and now we're on to our next one. Next property. I'm not feeling this one. Don't care for the bedroom size, whatever the case may be. Right? And then now we're on to our Jakey boy. No thanks. Just skip it all together. Right? And they can do that. And then you as the agent, if they decide to just skip review and information, you'll get a notification that they just said straight up no. So how to go today, I can grab the microphone and drop in my final thoughts. Let's make an offer today. Whatever my final thoughts are. I might want to see more though. Great. Submit and finish. So you've got perfect intel. See, Jessica House does everything you need. Great tour today. Great. Right. So I've got all the intel I need for this particular tour on this particular day. Now, I'm going to flip us back over to the agent facing side and show you guys why what we just did was so freaking powerful. Okay, so we've seen what happens once they go through the tour. What's the client seeing? What's happening on their side? They swipe left and right, gave it their feedback, and then in here, you've got all of their notes. Let me tell you why this is freaking powerful. You genuinely have it recorded from the client themselves how they felt about the properties. But let me show you where we're going to turn this into our most powerful weapon, okay? So we're going to go over here to our CMA generator. Because no longer are we just regular agents that are like, oh, you like that one? Okay, great. We're going to go under contract. And what do you want to own from? No. Okay. We're going to be the one that is driving data to our clients based on real time and real action. Now I'm going to pause again so I can pull up the client name without exposing all the clients in here. Okay. And then it pulls up. It pulls up the properties from HouseHuntr to compare, right? Now, we didn't care for that other one, so it's not in there. So here we go. Now, if I want to get even more down in the details for my client, let's say I've got their pre-approval and I know what they can afford and all that other stuff. I know what program they're doing. Let's say we're doing FHA. They're getting a 6.5. And by the way, guys, as realtors, you want to be careful with this. If you don't have the rate from the lender, don't put it in here because now you're quoting somebody rates and you're not licensed to do that. But if we know the HOA fee is $47 a month, taxes are $4,500 in this neighborhood, and insurance, we can estimate insurance. Let's just say that's going to run them about $2,500 for the year. And if you don't know, don't guess, just don't put it in there. Okay. Or ask the listing agent if they know what the buyer is currently paying for interest. So I'm going to go ahead and hit generate comparison report. And you see this does take about 1 to 2 minutes. So it's going to take a couple minutes here, but it's going to build this side by side for me. Okay, so here we go. Here is the properties that we liked, the match score, the pros, the cons. This is a half a duplex, meaning you'll be sharing a common with your neighbor. So maybe this isn't going to be the best one. Now, one thing you might notice is that it did not pull in the other two properties from the tour, but it did pull in properties that this particular test client, myself, did take a test look at on a test tour. And these are the ones that ranked higher. So it excludes the ones they passed on, the ones they skipped. So it doesn't give you that past data because that stuff doesn't matter. Chances are they're not interested, right? So here we go. Um, Here's the take on this one, on this property. Here's the take on this one, right? Based on what was input. And then I can sit here and look at comps. I could look at comps to go, where do I want to be for my, right? And then you're able to send this. So you're going to generate a link, right? And you're able to send this to your buyer. So your buyer is making a more informed decision. You, as the agent, you look like the freaking rock star that put all this stuff together for them. And they feel more confident and secure in going to the offer with you, right? And then what other agent is doing this for them? What other agent? I'll tell you which ones. Only that agent, right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what this looks like. So, hi, Jessica Castle. This is a personalized comparison, or rather, this personalized comparison shows how each property matches your preferences, the recent sales data, and payment estimates. Now, here we go. This is what your client sees, and they're able to just make this comparison. Um, and then obviously, we have that disclaimer in here. And then questions about these properties, contact your agent to schedule a tour. So they've got all the data, and this just makes you the stronger agent. So this is how HouseHuntr becomes this incredibly powerful tool in your real estate arsenal. I mean, I hope you guys see it. This is why I'm so excited about this one. I've been making this baby for a hot minute, and she's finally ready. So here we are with our strong matches. And yeah, comps, everything you need.